I have some unfortunate news.
Yeah, this is bad. So, there was a mini exam I was going to do.
I should have taken it.
Yeah. 5 minutes before I was supposed to submit my answer, my laptop just died. It just locked up on me. So, I didn't get a chance to submit it. And the way the class works is if you don't complete a task beforehand, it won't let you move on. So, we're basically stuck at this point. I emailed Professor Shaffer, so hopefully he gets back to us soon because we only have a couple of days to do this. But we'll keep you guys updated, and we'll see.
Everything is fine.
Yeah, we're working shit out.
Hello!
What's up, guys? We're back. We're unlocked and ready to go. Episode 2, we were talking about more variables and input and output.
Yes, we were.
Do you kind of remember what we...
Yes.
Nice. So before we go into module...
Name, space, not actually a space.
STD, yeah.
STD,
yeah.
Semicolon!
So before we get started on module 4, I do need to make a quick disclaimer. So a lot of you have been asking me for help on some exam questions and the stretch problems. Unfortunately, because of academic integrity, I can't really do any solutions that aren't publicly available. But what I can do for you guys is I'll leave my personal email down below in the description if you guys want, because I know sometimes the help desk isn't really that helpful. So if you guys want, send me your code and I can try my best to really help you guys out without giving you the answer. So I think that's a pretty good medium.
I think so as well. And I mean, by the end of this, you could probably reach out to me.
Yeah, exactly. She'll be an expert by then.
Yeah, so just make my hotline bling.
Yep. So there we go, guys. So without further ado, let's get started.
All right. Let's get started. Come on. I'm waiting on him. I don't know.
All right.
I lost my voice, sort of, but it's just because I was singing really loudly alone in my car when I was driving. I got some weird looks.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, let me just sing and drive, people. What can you do?
So I'm opening up my screen right now. So basically the problem we have right now is we're going to learn about conditionals today. All right, so conditionals are super important in computer science because they allow for almost different paths to be taken depending on a value.
That makes sense. So like if I do like 1 and then it'll take me here, but if I did something else.
Exactly. So I mean in terms of crush, right? So like if you like someone,
yeah,
something happens, and if you don't like someone, something else happens. So it's all dependent on a variable.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So that variable is going to be called the conditional variable, and basically that variable is going to be determining whether or not we do something or not do something. So let me open up a new screen recording. So this is my screen right here. You'll see, so our question is prompt the user for the class score and output their overall letter grade. Okay, so obviously this is something we've been doing since middle school. So basically if we get a 78, a C. Thankfully this is pretty straightforward. There's no like C pluses or anything like that.
Middle school.
Yeah.
You calculated your grades in middle school?
Of course.
I was getting like checks.
Checks? In middle school? That was like elementary school.
I don't know. I was getting like proficient. I don't know.
Alright, so...
Anyways.
So one of the most common conditionals in computer science is the if statement. So that's big, something you're definitely going to get used to.
If then.
If then. Basically, so how it works...
If I do this, then this.
Exactly. So without even starting the question yet, just give you a little rundown. So obviously we need the hashtag include IOStream. You remember that, right?
Yes.
We're going to hashtag include string, just so we have that. And then using namespace std, of course.
That's never going to get old for me.
And then we're going to get int main, right? Just like that, all right?
Yeah.
So pretty straightforward. This is something you've seen before, right? Return 0 at the very bottom. I haven't explained what that does yet.
Right.
We'll get to that in the next episode, or the episode after that.
Cliffhanger.
So basically this int main, just to start things off, I'm going to declare a variable int test, and I'm going to say this is int equal to 50, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to do the if statement. So to do an if statement, super simple, if, and then you do parentheses, and your conditional variable goes inside the parentheses.
Okay.
All right, so in this case, we're going to say if test, is greater than...
Needs to be inside the parentheses, sir.
Yes. Right. If test is greater than 50, we're going to say C out. Test is greater than 50. Nice little end line. So basically here, what do you think is going to happen? Will this get executed, basically, this print statement?
No.
Why not?
Because you haven't finished it.
No, I finished it.
Aren't there supposed to be more lines?
No, doesn't have to be. So basically, whenever you look at an if statement, you're going to look at the conditional, right? So the conditional right here is this test is greater than 50.
Oh, and then because of the fact that we put it in the 50, then it will work?
So if this value evaluates as true or 1, it will work. If it's false or 0,
oh, so if I did worse.
Yeah. So basically, we have to ask ourselves here, the test, which is 50, is 50 greater than 50?
No, it's equal to.
Exactly. So this will not execute. And to prove it to you, I'm going to run it. And we'll see, I'm going to go just in this little output. We'll see that we get no print statements. Nothing happens.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That makes sense because we didn't.
Exactly. So instead, if we said if test is equal to 50, so if I change this greater than sign to equals, this will execute, right? Because
why do you have to do equals twice?
So that's super important as well. So one equal sign is going to just be an assignment variable. So basically, I'm saying this is equal to that. If I do a double equal sign, that's equality. Is that equal to this?
Yeah.
Okay. So here, obviously, this will execute. So just to show you that it does, I'm gonna say C out test is equal to 50, right? So if we think like we're the compiler and we go down the line, we say here, look at the conditional, test is equal to 50, 50 is equal to 50. That's true, right? So now we're gonna execute whatever's inside the brackets. So if I run this, I'm expecting a print statement that says test is equal to 50, right? So if we go here, we see that print
Woo!
Right? See how that works?
Yep.
Cool. So that's the if statement. To add to that, there's also an else statement, okay? So basically, if I say else here, so let's just switch this back to greater than. Test is greater than 50.
Can I type?
Do you know what you're doing?
No, so I should watch.
Trust me. You'll get a chance to type.
It's important to listen.
Yes. You'll get a chance to type when we actually do the problem. This is just like... this isn't even started the problem yet.
We haven't even started the problem yet.
Right.
Okay.
I'm explaining the concept you need to like actually get the problem done.
Okay, good idea. That's very smart.
So we have the if statement. So to add to that, there's also something called an else statement. Also super important in computer science. So usually else's, I'm pretty sure they have to come after an if statement. Professor, if you want to correct me, please feel free. Leave a comment down below. But I'm pretty sure else statements have to come before if statements, right? So basically, after
else, I thought you just said after.
Yeah, they have to come after. Did I say it before?
You said that. No, you just said. Doesn't matter.
Else statements.
If then L.
Exactly. So if statement, if this is true, then this happens. Else, I'm gonna type in else here, and that's another bracket. So basically. Yeah. How else works is it will only execute if the the else statement will only execute if the if statement does not execute.
Oh, okay. So was it like so there's our other pathway.
Exactly. What's important to keep in mind is for if else, they're exclusive, so only one path can be executed.
Okay.
Okay. So in this case, I'm gonna say if test is greater than 50. Print this out. Else, C out, test is not greater
than 50.
Exactly. So if I was to run this, what do you think would happen? What would be printed out?
Test is not greater than 50.
Let's see. You're right.
Should I get a lottery ticket today? Wow!
There you go. So yeah, that's the basic if-else statement. Super important, like I said. With that in mind, we should be able to solve this problem pretty straightforward now. So We're gonna keep most of this like starter code intact. Basically, what we're gonna do, I'm looking at the input right now. We're gonna say enter a grade, so that's pretty straightforward. I'm gonna say C out, enter a grade, and obviously we need a variable to store in whatever the user inputs, right? So we're gonna say int grade.
Okay.
And this variable will just store whatever the user types in. So int grade, initialize that. Whatever the user types in, we're going to grab that in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a grade. And now I'm just going to print out the grade, just so you have an idea, okay? And then I can...
and you'll say, like...
so basically...
Oh, so you're just going to have it say grade.
Yeah, so without even doing anything, we see right here, it says enter grade 90. So they entered in 90. Mm-hmm. So what should we output if they give us 90?
Should we output 100%?
No, so basically given the score, we want to give a letter grade. So a 90.
Oh, so I'd say an A minus.
Exactly. A. So there's no minuses or pluses in this problem. Thank God. So that would make it a lot more money.
Thank goodness. They got an A. Well
exactly.
done, person.
Exactly. So now if we want to do that in if statements, how do we actually do that, right? So, like we did with the kind of concept thing, we just say if grade is greater than 90, greater than or equal to 90, because a 90 is an A, we're just going to C out A.
Yeah.
Cool. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Else, if grade is greater than or equal to 80, C out.
Oh, I see, and then okay.
Exactly. So you see how it's almost like, I think of it almost like a waterfall. Like if it doesn't hit the first conditional,
it'll go down to this.
Exactly.
I saw staircase.
Staircase works too. Staircase is actually probably better.
Or pyramid.
So end line, I'm gonna do this. Another else if grade to go to the 70.
C.
Yeah. Grade is equal to 60.
Or wait. Oh.
Yeah.
Why do you need these things? Like right there.
Yeah.
Why do I need that before that?
So basically, remember how we did it initially? It was like greater than only.
Yeah. Oh, this is greater than or equal to.
Exactly.
Duh.
Because it's 60 is
Makes
a D,
sense. Yes.
70 is a C. So here, what's nice is because if it's not a 90, if it's not an 80, if it's not a 70, if it's not a 60, that means it's gotta be an F. So we don't even have to do another if statement. We can just do another else statement here and just say,
sad.
If it's not any of these, sorry, but you probably
sorry, but it should just say sorry, but
yeah,
it's not looking too hot.
It's not looking too hot. So we're gonna run this, and hopefully this works.
Your laptop needs charging.
Oh no new line at end of file. Oops.
Did you not close it? No, it's closed.
C out grade A.
Here, Don, let me look at it.
Yeah,
maybe I can
this out?
figure out the problem.
We're missing a new line. This tends to get me a lot actually.
What?
But I'm pretty sure I put in the new line.
Wait, where?
So yeah, click that. That's
This
the
one?
code. Yep. So basically, what vocabulary we're understanding right now is that there's something wrong here because they're not the same.
Oh, so it's with the A?
It might be with all of them.
So it's no new line at end of file.
Maybe try taking out the end line. Maybe saying don't take. Yeah, so try deleting all the NLs.
But keeping these.
No, you don't want the brackets. It should be like that, just like that. But do
Oh,
that.
right,
So yeah,
duh.
do that for all of them.
Duh, semicolon. Oh,
Did you see?
just the...
Yep. Did you
Okay,
see?
first I was like, wait, why would I delete the grade? Let the master handle this one. Run!
Nice.
Whoa!
She got it. So let's submit that. I think I already submitted it, but might as well submit it again.
You don't trust me?
Just...
Yeah, I am.
Awesome. So there you go, guys. That's conditionals. I know it seems really simple right now, but honestly, like, conditionals are super important in computer science. So, like, we're definitely going to build on this concept throughout the rest of these series. So stay tuned, and if you haven't, make sure you subscribe. And again, I'll post my email down below if you do want to send me some of your code examples so I can try to help you out. Just so you guys know that my email is just my first name at my last name, so don@servet.com. Feel free to send those over, and I'll respond to you guys as the best I can.
And clearly, as you can tell, I solved the problem that he didn't, so...
Yeah, so obviously she's already way above me. So make sure you subscribe so you stay updated on when the next video is published. We're trying to get all these out by this week. So hopefully I don't fail.
And so hopefully I guess pass.
Yeah.
My own personal test.
Exactly. So
that's important. That's important in life.
That's very important.
Yeah. Okay, well, bye-bye.
We'll catch you guys later. Peace.